Alright, hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Another bread review. So these things are starting to hit the grocery store, which is really cool. So I actually found Sola bread. About a year or two ago, I reviewed their hamburger buns, and they were only available online, and they were like $5.99 for 4. Now they're in the grocery store in the frozen food section. They're not in the bread section, but I found them at Publix. They were $3.99. Now I found this bread version too for $4.99. Now I found it interesting because it could be kind of used as a comparative to like the Aldi bread, all right? Because Aldi bread, as we know, is 0 net carbs and high in fiber. The Sola bread, this particular one, the golden wheat, is 2 net carbs a slice, but it's got less fiber and it's got more ingredients. So I thought I'd share the ingredients, we do a taste test, make a grilled cheese, and see what we think. All right, so check it out. The ingredients are water, wheat gluten, modified wheat starch, olive palm endive oil, wheat protein isolate, arrowroot flour, defatted soy flour, yeast, erythritol, inulin, sunflower kernels, oat fiber, organic flaxseed meal, salt, distilled monoglycerides, preservatives like calcium propionate and ascorbic acid, xanthan gum, wheat flour, enzymes, stevia leaf extract. Contains soy and wheat. Each slice has 7 total carbs, 4 of them being fiber, 1 of them being a sugar alcohols, which will give you 2 net carbs. All right, so this is, as having been doing baking this year, this is definitely a more thought out piece of bread here. I mean, you've got xanthan gum to prevent breakage, you've got multiple flours for texture, you've got olive oil instead of soybean oil, excuse me. Now I know that people are against wheat and soy products, may not dig this bread, but I happen to know that like defatted soy flour can replace up to 30% of an all-purpose flour mix. So the texture on this bread should be really good. And I'm also curious because the stevia leaf, so this should be sweet, as opposed to the other ones which are kind of like dead, which is fine, it's a neutral thing. But they've got multiple versions of this bread, so if you go to solasweet.com and put in your zip code, you can find these breads where they're at and check your frozen food aisle and see how much they cost. All right, so that being said, let's make a grilled cheese sandwich and let's see what we think. All right, so the first thing I wanted to do is give you an idea of what the Sola bread looked like compared to the Aldi bread, Aldi being on the left. As you can see, the Sola is about the same size or a little bit smaller. Then I wanted to show you how the cheese would look on the bread. So as you could see, American cheese is a little bit bigger than the bread itself, so I decided to break it apart and try to pack it on there so you could get a nice fit onto the grilled cheese sandwich. All right, so what I like to do to get a nice butter spread on the bread is I preheat the pan to a medium or just below medium heat. As the butter starts to melt, I will then hit it with the bread. That's like the first tablespoon melts, so then I hit it with the bread, and then I will wait for the second tablespoon of butter to melt, which I find really helpful because then when you go in for the flip, you get nice butter coverage on both sides, and then you can just keep going until you get the toast that you like. Anyway, that's my method. Just curious what your methods are. Let me know in the comments section. All right, so if you like this video, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And that being said, let's taste it. It's funny with after all this time eating bread with no sweetener in it, this is very sweet to me. The stevia makes it really sweet, so this is almost like dessert. If you are looking for a dessert substitute, and normally I like to use the bread in the beginning just to get butter down so I get fat in my system, start digesting fats to create ketones, but if you straight up want dessert one night and you want to just have an extra couple slices, it's 4 net carbs and make like a grilled cheese, it's very sweet. Still, it's really good. Is it worth the extra buck compared to Aldi, which is $3.99 versus this? I mean, yeah, especially, you know, since Aldi's can't seem to get the white bread in, which is the one I like the most. And there's no bagels. There's nothing. And so if you have to go to a local grocery store, check to see if this bread is in here. It's really good, and it'll basically be 4 net carbs per sandwich. So, yeah, I definitely think this is worth checking out. All right, let me know. Is the ingredients good enough for you? Would you prefer it to be cleaner, or are you going to go give this a shot? All right, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, be well.